Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you will be fine by the grace of Allah Almighty. I welcome you all in the maths class. Today we will start our lecture number 1 from class 8 maths book. Chapter number 1 is on the operation on sets and you are already familiar with the topic of sets. Today we will discuss some definitions on sets and we will do some questions of exercise 1. We will discuss the definitions of set, subset, proper subset, improper subset, power set, commutative law, associative law and distributive law. Let's start with the definition of set. This is the same definition as you have learned in your previous classes. A set is a collection of well-defined and distinct objects. For example, set of whole numbers which start from 0 and set of natural numbers which start from 1. You already know that objects in the set are called its elements and elements of the set are written in curly brackets. Next definition is a subset. If we have two sets and if all the elements of first set are in the other set, then the first set is called the subset of the other set and the other set is called the superset of the subset. So we will define subset as if we have two sets A and B and if all the elements of set A are also the elements of set B, then set A is called the subset of the set B and set B is then called the superset of the set A. Look at the example. Here set A is equal to 1 to 3 and set B is equal to 1 to 3, 4. You can see that all the elements of set A are in B, so A is a subset of the set B and B is called the superset of the set A. Next are the types of subsets. Number 1, proper subset. Before defining the proper subset, first look at the example. In the first example, set A is equal to 1 to 3 and set B is equal to 1 to 3, 4. You can see that all the elements of set A are in B, so A is a subset of set B, but at least one element 4 of the set B which is not in the set A, so A will be proper subset of the set B. We will define the proper subset as if we have two sets A and B and all the elements of set A are in B, but at least one element of the set B or more than one elements of the set B are not the elements of set A, then the set A will be the proper subset of the set B. It means that proper subset is that subset in which superset has at least one element or more than one elements which are not in the subset. Now look at the second example. Here set A is equal to 7, 8, 9 and set B is equal to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can see that all the elements of set A are in B. So set A is the subset of the set B and B is the superset of A. But the superset B has 3 elements 4, 5, 6 which are not in A. It means that A is the proper subset of the set B. Next definition is improper subset. Improper subset is that subset which is equal to itself. So we will define the improper subset as if we have two sets A and B and A is a subset of set B and B is the subset of set A, it means all the elements of set A are in B and all the elements of set B are in A, then A and B will be equal sets and will be improper subsets of each other. So we can say that improper subset is equal to the original set. For example, set A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and set B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you can see that all the elements of A are in B and all the elements of B are in A. So A and B are the improper subsets of each other. Next are some important points about the subset. Every set has at least two subsets. Number 1, set itself and number 2, empty set. So the points are every set is a subset of itself and empty set is a subset of every set. These points are important with the objective point of view. Now next is the power set. This is the new definition for you. How we will find the power set? For example, first look at the example. Here set A is equal to 1, 2. Now we find all the subsets of the set A. All the subsets of the set A will be empty set, singleton set 1, singleton set 2 and the set itself 1, 2. And if we put all these subsets in the curly brackets, then it becomes the power set. So power set is that set which contains all the subsets of the given set. Now next definition is commutative law. This definition you have learned in class 7. This is the same definition for any two sets A and B. Commutative law with respect to union is A union B is equal to B union A, and with respect to intersection is A intersection B is equal to B intersection A. Next is associative law. For any three sets A, B and C, associative law with respect to union holds, states that A union in bracket B union C is equal to in bracket A union B union C, and with respect to intersection A intersection in brackets B intersection C is equal to in bracket A intersection B intersection C. Next is distributive law of union over intersection. Distributive law is also for three sets. For any three sets A, B and C, distributive law of union over intersection will be defined as A union in bracket B intersection C is equal to A union B intersection A union C. Next is the distributive law of intersection over union. For any three sets A, B and C, A intersection in bracket B union C is equal to A intersection B union A intersection C.